Ariana Johnson was 18 years old when she learned how quickly love could turn into distance. That night, the front door didn't slam. No shouting echoed through the hallway. No neighbors peeked through their blinds. Her mother simply stood there, hands shaking, eyes tired, and said the words Ariana would replay in her head for years. "I can't take care of you anymore." With that sentence, Ariana stepped into adulthood, not by choice, but by force. She walked out carrying a backpack that felt heavier than it should have, not because of what was inside, but because of everything it represented: the end of childhood, the loss of safety, and the terrifying freedom of having nowhere to go. Ariana grew up in a small Midwestern town that most people passed through without noticing. Once upon a time, factories buzzed there, men earned honest wages, and families believed tomorrow would be better. By the time Ariana was born, those factories were skeletons. Her mother, Denise Johnson, worked herself into exhaustion. 2 jobs. Sometimes 3. Cleaning offices at night, grocery stores during the day, and weekends doing laundry for wealthier families. Food was never guaranteed. Ariana learned early how to drink water to quiet hunger. She learned how to say, "I'm not that hungry," so her mother could eat. Her father was a name without a face. Gone before Ariana could ask why. School became her refuge. Teachers praised her intelligence, her writing, her curiosity. They told her she could be anything. But Ariana saw reality every night when her mother counted bills at the kitchen table, whispering prayers over overdue notices. Dreams didn't pay rent. There was no cake on Ariana's 18th birthday. Just silence. Denise had received an eviction warning that morning. Rent was increasing again. Utilities were past due. Something had to give. And in poor households, adulthood arrives early. That evening, Denise sat Ariana down and spoke softly, like someone delivering a death sentence they didn't want to give. "You're grown now," she said. "Maybe if you struggle a little, you'll find your way." Ariana wanted to scream that she already had been struggling, that she'd never stopped. But she didn't. She hugged her mother, packed her things, and walked into the night. Homelessness wasn't dramatic. It was quiet and humiliating. People didn't ask her story. They avoided her eyes. Store clerks watched her hands. Employers glanced at her address and lost interest. She slept on benches, on floors, anywhere she could. Shelters were overcrowded. Some nights were safer than others. Being young and black meant she was judged before she spoke. Police questioned her presence. Security guards followed her. The world taught her an ugly lesson. If you have nothing, people treat you like nothing. One afternoon, seeking warmth, Ariana sat at a public library computer scrolling through local classifieds. Most listings mocked her reality. First month's rent required. Background check. References mandatory. Then she saw it. Old Quonset hut on unused land. As is. $5. She blinked. Refreshed the page. It was still there. $5 was almost insulting. But it was also possible. She called the number, expecting laughter. Instead, a calm male voice answered. "Yes, it's available," he said.
"No utilities. No repairs."
"You take it as it is." "I don't need perfect," Ariana replied quietly. "I just need a place." There was a pause. "Meet me tomorrow," the man said. The Quonset hut stood alone near abandoned rail tracks. Rust covered its curved metal skin. The inside smelled of dust and old oil. Most people would have turned away. Ariana stepped inside and smiled. It had walls. It had a roof. It was hers. She handed over 5 crumpled dollar bills. For the first time since being kicked out, she owned something, even if the world considered it worthless. Living in the hut tested every limit Ariana had. Winter nights were brutal. Metal trapped cold like a weapon. Summer turned the space into a furnace. She learned survival skills out of necessity. Sealing cracks with scavenged materials. Using scrap wood safely. Layering clothing like insulation. She worked any job she could find. Cleaning yards. Sorting scrap. Night shifts no one wanted. Every dollar was stretched. Every mistake was costly. But something inside her changed. She wasn't just surviving anymore. She was building. The library became her classroom. She watched videos on DIY insulation, solar panels, water collection. She took notes like a college student. Slowly, the hut transformed. A wooden floor replaced dirt. Plastic-covered windows blocked wind. Shells appeared. A small garden took root outside. It wasn't pretty, but it was dignified. A volunteer at a food pantry suggested Ariana share her story. "People need to see this," she said. Ariana hesitated. Vulnerability felt dangerous. But she recorded a short video anyway. "I was kicked out at 18. This is my $5 home. I'm fixing it myself." The internet reacted the way it always does. Some mocked her. Some doubted her. Some blamed her. But others saw strength. Tools arrived in the mail. Insulation. Advice. Support. A retired contractor drove hours to help her learn. For the first time, community found her.